Hello, Northwood 4th and 5th graders. This is going to be the first of 4 lessons I'm going to have for you on different instrument families. So we're going to be learning about woodwind instruments, brass instruments, percussion instruments, and string instruments. So this first video is going to be about woodwind instruments. There is a worksheet that goes along with this that it goes right along with the PowerPoint. So you can follow along with that, and that'll help you kind of go through the sheet so you don't miss anything. So there are 2 types of woodwind instruments. There's instruments with reeds, so that's a saxophone, clarinet, oboe, or bassoon, and then there's flutes. Flutes do not use reeds. We're going to start with reed instruments, reed woodwinds. So how does a reed produce a sound? So sounds are created by vibrations, sound waves. The different shape of the sound wave is going to produce a different sound that you hear. So on a reed instrument, the reed is going to vibrate and make a sound. A reed is a little piece of carved bamboo. It's a little piece of wood, basically. It tastes like wood. You get the reed wet, you blow into it, and it's into the mouthpiece. The reed is gonna vibrate against the mouthpiece, so the vibration that's created there is going to travel through the instrument, and depending on what that instrument is, what fingers are pressed down, it's going to produce a sound, a note, or a pitch. So you can change notes on these instruments by closing different holes on the instrument. That's going to change the sound wave that goes through, and so it'll produce a different note. Clarinets and saxophones are called single reed instruments because they only use 1 reed and a mouthpiece. Oboes and bassoons are called double reed woodwinds because they have 2 reeds and no mouthpiece, and they vibrate against each other. On this page here, you'll see a single reed looks like this. So it's just a little piece. It's about this size. And the smaller the instrument, the smaller the reed, the bigger the instrument, the bigger the reed. But this will vibrate against a mouthpiece. And it's just 1 reed, and there's no mouthpiece. It just goes right in the top of the instrument, and the 2 reeds vibrate against each other, and that's how it creates their sound. So for saxophones, there are 4 main types of saxophones. There's a soprano in the key of B flat, alto in the key of E flat, tenor in the key of B flat, and bari or baritone in the key of E flat. There's also a smaller saxophone called the sopranino saxophone, and a huge saxophone called a bass saxophone. Soprano and alto, so this is a soprano. It looks like a gold clarinet. You can see the black piece here is the mouthpiece, and the reed would go on the other side there, and it just sticks right into the top of the instrument. This is an alto saxophone. This is if you're in 4th grade or 5th grade and you play the saxophone. This is yours, the alto saxophone. If you're in 4th grade and you're planning on playing the saxophone next year in band, you'd start off with the alto saxophone. But if you can play 1 saxophone, you can play all of them because they have the same fingering system. So if you wanted to play a B on a saxophone, you put your first finger down, and that's the same on the alto saxophone, on the soprano saxophone, on the tenor saxophone, and the bari saxophone. At our school, we have alto saxophones, tenor saxophones, and baritone saxophones. The tenor saxophone, the neck, which is the top part of the instrument here, this is the neck on the alto, and then the neck there's not really a neck on the soprano, you could maybe call that the neck if you wanted, but the neck on the tenor saxophone is curved like that, and it goes down lower, and it's just a bigger instrument, and then the neck on the bari saxophone, you can see it goes down, and it curves up, and back down like that. This is the sopranino, so it's hard to see in this picture, but I have another picture that'll give you a scale of the instrument, but this is even smaller than that soprano saxophone, so this is even smaller than a clarinet. And then this is a bass saxophone, so you can see the neck here goes out all the way down here, back up, and everything about this is just big. Here's it kind of to scale to give you a better idea. So the sopranino, the soprano, alto, tenor, bari or baritone, and the bass. The ones at our school that are played the most are alto, tenor, and bari. We don't currently have a soprano, although I would love to because I played soprano a lot in college, and I love soprano. Kenny G plays the soprano saxophone, if you've heard of Kenny G. We can listen to this, a little bit of the saxophone quartet, so you'll be able to hear a saxophone quartet has a soprano, an alto, a tenor, and a baritone saxophone. So the smaller the instrument, the higher pitched it's going to sound. The lower the instrument, or the bigger the instrument, the lower it's going to sound. So if we listen along to this.
To fly a rocket ship, you need to be an optimist.
And add.
No astronaut launched.
This quartet actually has a soprano and 2 altos. So you have an alto here. He's playing a baritone saxophone, and oh no, this is a tenor. Sorry. So it is one of each. That's the tenor saxophone playing right now. That was a soprano. That's your soprano saxophone here, how high pitched it is. So next let's talk about clarinet. So there's 2 main types of clarinets that you'll see. There is the clarinet in B flat. That is the clarinet that Squidward plays. And then there's a bass clarinet, which is longer and curled. You also see, sometimes we'll see a clarinet tuned in the key of E flat, and it's smaller and plays higher than a regular clarinet. And then there's an alto clarinet that plays lower than a regular clarinet, but also higher than a bass clarinet. So it's kind of in between. And then there's a contrabass clarinet that plays even lower than the bass clarinet. So it's really big. Often people who play that sit on a stool. So let's watch this example. Oh no, just kidding. We'll come back to find another video for that. So this is your regular clarinet here, and then your bass clarinet. You can see that this is kind of curved here. You have the E flat clarinet here, so it's smaller, and then you have an alto clarinet. Kind of has this kind of curved neck here, and then the contrabass clarinet goes all the way up and back down and it curves. So your E flat, your regular clarinet right here. So if you're in 5th grade and you play clarinet, this is the clarinet you play. If you're in 4th grade and you want to play clarinet next year, this is where you'll start. This is the alto clarinet. We don't have this one. We don't have this one or this one. This is a bass clarinet here. And then this is your contrabass clarinet right there. We don't have that one. It's huge. This is a clarinet ensemble. You can see he has a bass clarinet. These are all just your regular B flat clarinets. This is an E flat clarinet right here. You can see it's smaller. Next, let's talk about oboe and bassoon. So these are your double reed clarinet, or double reed woodwinds. So a bassoon looks a lot, or an oboe looks a lot like a clarinet. It's black and a long cylindrical shape, but there's no mouthpiece. You can see this is the reed up here. It sticks right into the top. This is a bassoon. It's a lot bigger than an oboe, and you know, this, it's kind of like a mouthpiece, or a neck, like the neck on a saxophone. But the reed would go right at the tip right there. So oboes are higher pitched. They look and are shaped a lot like a clarinet. They read treble clef music. Often they play similar parts to what the flutes would play and similar parts to what clarinets would play. They kind of go back and forth. they change pitch by opening and closing different holes on the instrument. So here's an example of an oboe ensemble. This is actually an English horn over here. It's just basically a bigger version of an oboe. It also uses a double reed, but it's really not played much anymore. You can hear how high pitched the notes are. Okay, let's go on to bassoons. You can listen, and I'll have this, obviously the PowerPoint should be available to you, and you can watch these videos, the whole thing if you want to. So bassoons are lower pitched. They read bass clef music, so they actually read the lower notes on the staff, and they also change pitch by opening and closing the holes on their instrument. So these are bassoons. So you can see how big they are. You see they're moving their fingers to change the notes. So the double reed is in their mouth while they play. Let's go on to flutes. So there are two main flutes that you'll see in bands and orchestras. So a flute, that is your standard silver flute that most of you would be familiar with. And there's a piccolo, which looks like a tiny flute. It's about this size. You usually hold it right here, and it plays an octave higher than a normal flute. It's really high-pitched. Other flutes include an alto flute, which is lower pitched than the standard flute, and a bass flute, which is even lower than the alto flute. So these are your standard instruments. These are not to scale. A flute looks like this, and a piccolo looks like this. Often it has this black body and silver keys. An alto and a bass flute. So an alto flute, the neck curves. And then the bass flute, it curves, but it curves even more, so it's even bigger. So it comes around. You have to hold it kind of out like this. It's pretty big. To see for scale, you have your standard flute right here. These ones are just, this is your piccolo in the middle. These are both your standard regular flutes. And then this is your alto flute and your bass flute. So you can see the comparison in size there. How does a flute work? If it doesn't have a reed to vibrate, how does it make sound? Well, when you're going to blow air across the mouthpiece, the mouth plate on the instrument, and then air is going to go into the instrument, and it's going to bounce around inside the flute, and it's going to try to escape through all the holes. When you close your fingers on the different holes and the different tone holes, it's going to change the shape of your sound wave. So it's going to change by pushing the holes on, it'll change the shape. So the vibration comes from your air vibrating inside of the instrument, and it bounces back and forth. It's just like if you've ever taken if you had a bottle of soda and you blew across it, that's how you blow into a flute. And it works the same way. I'm going to skip that video and go to this video of a woodwind quintet. Typically, a woodwind quintet has flute, clarinet, oboe, bassoon, and French horn, which is actually a brass instrument. But they're still included in a woodwind quintet. So quintet means 5. So we have flute, oboe, clarinet, bassoon, and there's your French horn there. It's like the oboe playing right there. Clarinet. So next time it'll be we'll be talking about brass